Hello. All right, you guys. So we are going to paint, first of all, these 3 rectangular sheets, right? So they're super cute. Look how cute up close they are. Okay. We're actually going to paint just a little bit because we're going to put some wording on it. So if you like, what is it? Sunshine, swimming, and drinking. I think this is going to be the perfect little project that you can make. But feel free, I do have a keyword. So if you are new here, I always have a keyword. And if you type in this keyword, I will actually send you a message in Messenger with all the supplies that we used for today. Okay, so, all right, let's get started. We are going to do one of these in this color, which is, this is teal, and it happens to be one of the colors you get this month if you are in club, okay? So mine, I'm actually gonna stir it up just a little bit because it looks like I've got some stuff underneath there, but I wanna paint with it, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna mix it up just a little bit real quick, and then we're gonna use it to paint with. And we're gonna use this color, we're gonna use Guava and also Shimmer Harvest, okay? Hi, you guys. Hi. I already got it everywhere. Okay, that looks better. I didn't think that it was gonna need water, but it did, okay? So, here we go. We're gonna take some of this, and I'm gonna just take it straight from the jar, and I'm gonna just wipe it across. Right, I'm not looking for like a perfect cover over all of it. I probably could scoop some out and water it down just a little bit more though. That might help it not be super, super thick, but if you want to paint the entire thing, you could paint the entire thing. I think that would look cute as well. So, say hello when you pop on so I know you're here. Hi, there we go. Now I can see you guys. Actually, you know what? Let's paint the whole thing and then we could just sand it down, right? That would work too. I think it's gonna be super cute. And if you're a club member, I posted some fun little things in the club group, so be sure to check that out. And I just got an email that our colors of the month for club are coming in. So those get to go out soon. I'm gonna try and get them out this week if it comes in, because we have a really big show in Fredericksburg, Father's Day weekend actually. It'll be fun. I'm excited. We'll have one there every month, the 3rd Saturday of the month, and I cannot wait. I got some on my table, so let me just use that up, huh? Okay, so now I have all of our teal one colored. We're gonna move on to the next color. Okay, let me close that up. I should not set it on there, huh? We'll put it over here. You're very welcome, Lori. Hello, everybody. So if you are just popping on, make sure you guys hit the heart button for me, so I know you are here. And we're gonna clean off our brush real quick. So we painted one of them. We're gonna go ahead and paint the second one real quick, and we're gonna do this one in Guava. Okay, so this is Guava, and I already have some in our lid. I think I used it yesterday, did I? yeah, these are the two colors we used yesterday for the butterflies, right? So we kind of already watered them down in the lids. So I just had some left over. I'm just gonna use that up. And we're just gonna paint all the way across. And I love using our paste to paint with, you guys, because it has really good coverage. It's almost like painting with chalk paint, except it has multiple uses. You can use it like paint, or you can use it like it's intended, like paste. And a little bit goes a long way. All right, so that one's already done, huh? That one was a lot quicker. Let's, okay. There she is. That one's done. Let's clean off that brush, and then we're gonna do the third one in Shimmer Harvest, which is a sparkly, so it's gonna be a little bit on the sparkly side. Oh, actually, let me see. I think I have one that's already open. Okay. Where is, oh, my brush? It's in the water bowl. The colors match my shirt. It does a little bit, doesn't it? That was unintentional. Okay. Oops. Let's scoot that one up. Bring this one down here. I'm gonna scoop out some of this into the lid, and I'm gonna spray this with some distilled water. Now, the reason I spray it with distilled water, you guys, is because I'm gonna put the lid back on the jar, and if it goes and seeps back into the jar, it's not a big deal because I use distilled water, so we shouldn't have anything funky growing in our paste. But, okay. So now that I have watered down the Shimmer Harvest, now, since this is a shimmer, it's going to be a little bit more, I don't know what you call it, opaque, I think is the word. So we're going to try and leave clumps of it around because I kind of want it to look like sand. Now, that's going to be the drier paste that's going to leave the clumps, and the areas that it's more liquidy, it's going to have that opaque look to it. So you just kind of play around with it until you get it where you want it. I'm trying to get some here in the center, but it wants to wash off instead. Ah, come on, stay. I think that looks cool. Let me show you. It looks cool, huh? Okay, so it looks a little bit like sand. I'm gonna leave it like that. If you don't like it, you don't have to paint that middle one. You can leave it white. Or you can use the paste when it's a little bit more on the drier side versus the wetter side, okay? I have not decorated my home with all of my projects. Sometimes I do. Most of the time they don't leave my room. I end up doing like the silent auctions and stuff with them, so half the time they don't leave my room. But the original intent and why I signed up was because, you know what? I can make this stuff and I can decorate my house. But that didn't happen. All right, so we're gonna dry this real quick. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna punch some holes in it. Right, I have a little hole puncher here. And we're going to put rope all the way through it. I know I have a hole puncher in here. Oh, I have my wax. And let's see. Here is our hole puncher. You're gonna see how awesome it is. All right, so that one is good. We're gonna dry this center one. And you've got, it does give it a little bit of a rustic look, right? If you guys are just popping on, the keyword today is swim, okay? So if you type that in, I will send you some info on what we're doing, right? And what you can, like the supply list and stuff like that. All right, so I'm thinking this middle part might take a little bit longer to dry. Not a big deal. I'm just gonna go over the parts that have the thicker paste, but it does look really cool, okay? It does look really cool. Let me tilt this down just a little bit more. So we've got our first layer, second. So I'm gonna do one on top, one on bottom, and then this one's gonna stay in the center with its little sand pieces. Oh, the bag behind me. Isn't it cute? I'm pretty sure I got it at Michael's. It's like one of those Cricut bags. All right. We're getting somewhere. Like I said, it's just this center section right now. And what we'll do is we're gonna do the first two, or the top and the bottom. We'll do those first. And then as we let this dry up a little bit, we'll come back to it. I'm just trying to dry like the bigger spots real quick. Because that's what's gonna take a little bit longer to dry. Okay. So now how do you use this thing, right? That is the other question. So we want to make sure that it's going to be even on all four corners on all three different boards, okay? So on this, do you guys see there's the hole? That is where it is at. And it doesn't necessarily have an adjustment, but you can place it all the way in there and that's how far it'll go. So we could do two things. We could place them all right there on the board, and I could just do that to all four corners. Or we could go this way and it could be a little bit lower, like right there. So I guess it kind of depends on where you want them. I'm gonna go ahead and go up at the top. Okay, I'm gonna go at the top and I'm gonna line up the edges like that. Okay, so it's gonna be, I'm just gonna line up the edge. I'm pushing it in all the way. I'm gonna line up the edge and then I'm just gonna push. Ta-da! So see, there it is. So I'm gonna do it on this side too. Then I'm gonna turn it around and do the same thing. Now this hole punch goes through 1/8 of an inch. Maybe that's 1/4 inch. I think it's 1/8. I think this is 1/8. And we'll do the same thing to these. And again, you can type in the word swim and I will tell you where I got this from, as well as everything else we're using. Oh, the bag I used for the tools. I actually got that as a gift. I did. Okay, so there are 2 boards down. Let's do the last one real quick. I know she even had it engraved for me. It has my business name on it. Not engraved, embroidered. All right, ta-da. So now we have all three done. I'm gonna turn on my glue gun real quick. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna add a little bit of wax on these because we're going to put a design on top of each of them. Like it's gonna have its own little word. So we take some wax and we're just gonna rub that over. Let me do this one first. And then I'm gonna come back and do the center one because we're not sure how well it's gonna hold. So I'm just gonna kind of go over a little bit there. Okay, I think that's good. All right, so this is what we're using. It's gonna say live in the sunshine, swim the sea, drink the wild air. And we're gonna use parts of it for each little section. Riley is doing all right. She had a little cough yesterday and today, so today mostly. So we have just been hanging out. She was taking a very late nap. Oh, I forgot. Okay, hold on. I have 2 ribbons here. Okay, I have 2 ribbons, and my thought process was going to be maybe we put, should I put them on the opposite ones, like the opposite colors, or should I put it on the same color? I think we'll go opposite color, right? All right, let me cut this, and we'll glue that around the back. Now you could glue it all the way around the entire thing if you wanted to use it as a front and back kind of thing. Thank you, I hope she feels better too. It's no fun when little Miss Riley isn't feeling good, because she is just all over the place all the time. And today she just wanted to sit and watch TV with mommy. So that's what we did. That is exactly what we did. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna put this one down here at the bottom. So I just wanna get a good idea of where it'll sit and where to put this at. Okay, we're gonna scoot it over a little bit. We're gonna line all of these up, you guys, but drink the wild air. Let's see. Looks about right. A little bit up, a little bit down. We can go down a little bit further. I can always pull this up a bit too. I think that's good. Okay. So we're gonna use black paste to go over all of these. Thank you guys. Now I wanna be careful that I'm not gonna go over the little line down here at the bottom because I don't want that extra line. I just want the words. So I'm just gonna be careful. And if you don't trust yourself to be careful, use the placement tape, okay? The placement tape, or use some type of like washi tape or something similar. Ta-da! Yay! So then I can scoot this up just a little bit. We're gonna let that, I'm gonna dry it because I don't wanna accidentally mess it up. They are in there. It's in the club group. It is in the club group. Is it Pat? Pat, right? Pat, Pam. I know you're using your son's Facebook, but why did I just go blank? Is it Pat or Pam? Or am I completely wrong? I'm so sorry if I am. So that part is done. Let me see how warm this is. Not yet. That's okay. Let's do the top part, shall we? I'm gonna put this on the side so I can kind of measure where this needs to go. That way I get a better idea of where my words need to go. Because I do like them to be even. If I can, you know, if I can do it, I'd like to try. Okay, so that looks good. And now let's figure out where to put this. I think that might actually be like perfect. Okay, let me scoot that up just a little bit. And yeah, looks good. Let's go ahead and do this part. So this part says, live in the sunshine. Okay, and Pat, see, yay, okay. I sent you an email when you signed up for club, Miss Pat. If you would check that email, it has the club group in it. Okay, and if you can't find that email, if you'll send me over a message, I will resend that email so you can have all the information in it. Okay, and then we'll get you in there. Yes! I am loving this so far, you guys. It's adorable. No, I'm gonna glue down the ribbon. I'm gonna glue down the ribbon. I'm just setting it like that to get an idea of where it needs to go, but I am going to glue it. I was just waiting for it to turn on. Or to warm up. All right. So we're gonna do that on one side. And we're gonna pull this and we're gonna do more hot glue here. And I just use one of our squeegees, you guys. Okay, I just use one of our squeegees to kind of lay down because it's silicone, so you're not gonna burn your finger and it'll come right off of the silicone. Okay, so one is done. Let me move that. Let's get this one glued on. Okay, make sure that's straight. Oh, Riley just woke up. She was taking a nap, a very late nap. She went in the room and she laid down by herself. I was like, okay, baby. She wanted to sleep on the bed. Okay, so we have 2 done. Right? We have 2 of them done. Now we need to do the center piece. I'll hold the glue gun off to the side for just a little bit. Now, on this one, we are just going to put the words. Okay, the words are swim the sea. So we just have to center it. And we'd be good. So let me see about how far up this is. Okay, the H. The H. Okay, we're gonna pull it down just a hair. And I'm gonna see if that works. Okay. Okay, it's close enough. It might be a little off, but I think it'll be fine. Okay, so on this one, I am going to have to push this down, and I'm gonna have to be careful because the way that we did this one, the background is a little bumpy. Okay, so since it's a little bumpy, you don't want extremely liquidy paste. You want to make sure it's a little bit more on the thicker side, like an actual paste, like toothpaste. Okay, what kind of lighting? I just use a Tracy, I did send it to you, so check your email. If not, send me a message and I will forward it to you again. I use a, what are they called? A ring light, but I don't have it on right now. I don't have any of them. I just have my regular light on. I forget to turn them on when I do my evening lives. That, and sometimes I feel like they get a little hot in this room, and so I don't turn them on. I just need to be better at it. All right, so like I said, you want to use a little bit thicker paste when you realize that your surface that you're trying to put this on is a little uneven on the bottom. Okay, because if it's too liquidy, it can bleed, right? Since it's going to be uneven, it's going to slip underneath and you'll get it everywhere. Nothing came up. Uh-oh. Keyword. Okay, I'll have to go back and read because I didn't see what somebody said. Yay! Okay, so we're gonna put this transfer in here and I'm gonna give it a quick little clean, you guys. The reason being is because I'm using black paste. Now, if you guys watch me, the black paste I feel it needs to be cleaned as soon as you can in order to save your transfer. I mean, it's gonna be really dark and that's gonna be fine, it's okay. But clean it off as quickly as you can and that just really helps to make your transfer not look like it was used so much, right? Plus it's a lot easier to clean off the sooner you clean it. So now that that is cleaned, oops. Let's clean off a little bit closer in here. All right, I'm gonna let this dry, sticky side up. Typically I would let it dry sticky side up, but I'm probably just gonna clean it off and I'm gonna put the backer sheet back on it, just because that's what I like to do. Okay. So I have another, where's my mat? I'll just use this one. I'm gonna set it on here so I can clean off all of that water on the front as well, so I can put it back on the little sheet, you guys. And if you haven't yet, hit the heart button for me so I know that you are here and you're watching. And say hello. All right, so there's a shiny side and then there's not so shiny. We do shiny to the adhesive side. And now you can save it. I store them flat, but now you can use it whenever you want to again, okay? At my store, you can type in the word shop and that'll give you the link to my website. Swim, you should be able to type in the word swim and you'll get the info. But you have to check your messenger, okay? Transfers for Eat, Sleep, Beach, Repeat. I think these three colors actually are very good for it. Oh, but it's maybe coral, teal, black is always great, and then maybe try Dune. Dune is kind of almost like a sand color. All right, so now that we have these done, we're gonna put them like that, and we're gonna try and find the end here. Here it is. And let's see. We're just gonna pull some of it out. We're gonna guess. We're gonna guess about right here. Okay, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab some placement tape, you guys. And, oh, well, that one's empty. That's not gonna work now, is it? Okay, let me open up this one. And we're gonna tape up the end so that way it becomes like a little needle. And that way we can just weave it through our little holes that we punched out. Okay, there we go. Oops. So I'm just gonna take my tape and I'm gonna put it on the end here. And I'm going to, this is how I do it. I just tape it to itself, and then I'm gonna roll this in as tightly as I can until I can wind it up. And then I'm gonna create a point up at the top. So I'm gonna try and get as small as I can as we go up towards the top, okay? And we can do both sides, that way we don't have to keep moving it around. Okay. We'll have to order Dune. Oh, going on black tees. Yeah, I would do Dune, maybe like teal. You could do a little bit of gold if you wanted to for like the, oh, you could do silver in the teal and make it a little bit more shiny as well. And then do white letters. Okay. Let me start with this way. I think it goes this way. Okay. So we're gonna go, starting at the top, I'm gonna go underneath and then over, right? So each one we will see it on top. Okay, so under and then over onto the back. Ta-da! Same thing with this side. Teal ocean. Oh yeah, ocean mist too. But you're just procrastinating. I think the ocean mist would look good. It's a little on the, oh, you know what? If you have cadet, mix cadet with your ocean mist. That'll darken it up a little bit. Any brown inks? Well, I do know if you mix green and red, that should make brown. I believe that's what somebody told me. We found that out. We learned that on our craft night the other day. All right, so now we even it out. Okay, I don't want it to be super long as far as the hanging part goes. And I'm gonna use a squeegee. To help us get these measured out. this is just a mini squeegee that I'm using. Yay! Okay, so now that we have that measured, I'm going to pull that back through. I'm going to flip this over. I'm going to take my rope and I'm just going to tie it in a knot down here at the bottom of the board. And I'm going to do that twice. Just to be on the safe side. I think once is totally fine, but I like to be sure. Same thing over here. They don't have camel in ink. Yeah. There you go. All right. And we cut off the ends. Oh, there goes my hole punch. Look how cute. What do you guys think? Oh, I love it. I think that it came out really good. What do you think? What do you think? I love it. And then if you have like some seashells, you can glue some shells up at the top. I think that would be really cute too. Yay, I'm so glad. Okay, so if you guys love it, or you're here and you want more information, type in the word swim and I will send you a message. But anyways, yeah. It'll give you all the information where I got the ribbon, where I got the rope, where I got the little wood pieces from, as well as the design too. I do think it's great for the pool area, right? Yay! Well, I'm glad that came out as well as it did. I was a little worried at first, but I don't know why I'm ever worried. Like we always fix it and it always comes out good. And if it doesn't, we just, like I said, we fix it. I think this is actually cool. I like the way it came out. It looks a little bit like sand. Adorable. If this rain doesn't stop here, I'm gonna have to ask you to build me an ark. Oh my gosh. Well, I sure hope the rain stops for you guys, Sonia. Man, that hole punch is so cool. It really is. The hole punch is so much fun. I love it because then you go on like a hole punching spree. You're like, oh, I can punch this and I can do that and I can do that. It's great. Awesome. Okay, you guys, well, that is it for today. If you are a club member, please go into the club group. I did post 2 things in the announcements. I need you to please read that. And it is important info and stuff you don't want to miss, okay? So be sure to do that. And if you're not, I hope you join our club soon. It's just $19.99 a month, and you actually get this super cute transfer. And then you get 3 paste packets this month, which is going to be the teal, the shimmer harvest, and this guava color. And then you get to jump in on a little craft night with us and paint a canvas. And you can get the canvas from Dollar Tree, but I will show you guys how to do that on our craft night on the 24th, okay? So, yay, how exciting. Yes, I do sell the hole punch. Yes, for sure. So please just type in the word swim and send it to Alaska. She's like, sure will. Okay, Tracy and Pat, I will send your emails again. And I will actually send me a message to my personal messenger, Tracy and Pat, if you will. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that your emails that are on file are correct because that's the email address I sent it to. Okay? Alrighty, y'all. I will see y'all tomorrow. Have a great rest of your evening and hit the heart button, okay? Alright, y'all. Bye.